Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for joining the YouTube Live for the streaming Circle of Light tonight. We've been trying to do this for many, many years. Those of you who live in the LA area have been with me on New Year's Eve or close to New Year's Eve, and you know that I hold a channeling circle that is specifically dedicated to the messages from the spirit guides for the year ahead and how to navigate that physically and spiritually. Over the years, it's been 13 plus years now and over 2,000 circles. That's a lot of flight time, I like to say, when I leave the body and I'm out there. And over 2,000 circles later, I am just as amazed and fascinated and grateful and blown away by the energy that is created in this channeling, as well as when you're here live sitting with me in this room behind me, where so many of the circles have happened, that the energy of the group is so powerful. But even though you're sitting at home tonight, maybe some of you are pulled over in the car to watch this, the message about the energy remains the same, that the energy is a circle of light. It expands from where I am in this room and it comes right through to where you are immediately. So it's not just me who's channeling sitting here in this room tonight. Just because you're dropping in live, or maybe some of you are watching this later, the energy is right here in the moment. So my voice comes across to you through this camera and through the airwaves, and you receive it. The vibration is the same. It doesn't matter even if you're not joining us live right now. But if you are, thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy New Year. Thank you for being a part of this channel. I've been growing it slowly over the years, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe to it so I can let you know when new videos come out. I'm going to be doing a lot more. And I want to talk a little bit about what channeling is. For those of you who know me and my work, you've expanded in your understanding of what trance channeling is. And some of you who are all around the world who are maybe channeling guides yourself or are wanting to expand your own connection to your spirit guides, I want to share with you how I see channeling. So I see channeling as a technology. Some people will say, well, there's science and then there's art and then there's kind of spiritual things. But to me, that which is magical has a technology behind it. And when we begin to understand that technology, which is an inner technology, that's the IT, right? You have information technology and I have a different kind of IT, which is inner technology, that there is a real connection to the guides who are highly evolved master teachers who are with us throughout not only this life, but different lifetimes. That's who the spirit guides are. And their job is not to interfere in our life path, but to show us signs, symbols, and send us vibrations to help us awaken to our higher realization, our higher point of view. So they're not giving us a fish, as the old saying goes, they're helping us to learn how to fish and really how to navigate and work with energy. So we're here to learn to be students of energy, to understand how to read energy, our own as well as what we are co-creating around us. So channeling is something that you all do, and I'll explain that right now. What is a channel? The word is similar to the word canal. They both have the same root, channel and canal. So you have the Suez Canal, right? What was a canal built for? To allow the flow of water to make a passageway where there was no passageway before. We had engineers cut into the land and allow the water to come through so ships could go through and deliver what they had to deliver. The spirit guides come through the channel me and deliver what they need to deliver to you. That is where we provide goods and services to everyone who comes and watches me channel. So it's an opening. That's what a channel is. You turn the channels on your television and the television is tuning into different frequencies that are flying through the air invisibly and turning it into pictures and sound on the screen, just like right now. So there was technology developed to capture this visual here and my voice and bring it to you instantaneously. So what a trance channel does, and the technology that a trance channel has inside of them, is being able to open up their spectrum and their frequencies and connect to the spirit guides who are all around us. Every culture has made some reference to the fact that we're not alone, to the fact that we have angels or spirit guides or ancestors or the universe or energy or universal consciousness that comes through as a message. So it doesn't matter what term you use for this force, source, energy. It's really about whether you, in your own way, are able to receive that information and then make your life better, to make your life more powerful, more peaceful. You want it more powerful and more peaceful. You want to be more peaceful in your power, and you want to be more powerful in your peace, right? So that's what a channel does. Maybe in 100 years, there'll be a camera like the camera I'm on right now, broadcasting to you. There'll be a camera that can see a very finer spectrum of energy, where maybe one day you'll see the spirit guide energy coming into the body of the trance channel. Maybe it'll happen in my lifetime or after we're all gone. But remember something, there were times throughout history where we didn't believe something existed till the technology proved it to us, physical technology. Thousands and thousands of years ago, in the ancient Indian texts, they referred to the atoms and molecules as spinning and pulsating matter. But they couldn't prove it, so to speak. But many people understood the principle, and as they deepened their understanding of those principles, their whole minds expanded and understood more powerfully and peacefully how physical reality is created. Whew, it's a lot of words, right? So I think that the spirit guides want to come in. I think sometimes I start to channel even before I let them into my body. So this happens when you've been doing this for so long, the music just starts playing, you know, the hands start going even before you get behind the drum set. So thank you for dropping in, and really drop in, get cozy, turn off any distractions in the room, maybe silence your phone and relax. We're going to be here not too long, I think maybe 20, 30 minutes, and the guides will come and deliver some insights. Thank you for being here. What I do is I start off with a meditation, and during that meditation, it's sort of like we're all connecting all around the world. You are connecting into that circle of light, that circle of frequency and energy that is traveling all around the world, maybe, well, not maybe, definitely off planet as well. It is the job of the Trance Channel to surrender to a state of deep, deep trance to allow the guides to come through. I just become an open vessel and let it all happen. I don't really remember anything that happens when I channel, but I always trust it, and I know that it's supposed to land, and it will land exactly where it's supposed to land. So join me. We begin by doing this meditation. You do it right where you are. And when I say do an Om at the end of it, do the Om with me. It's for you to be part of this, not just to observe, but to know that I'm here with you, and you're here with me, and we're all with the guides, okay? Because your spirit guides are here as well, watching you do this. All right, here we go. We're going to start off with a meditation. So just try to be open now, meaning having your body open, not crossing your arms just for this part. Then you can relax once the guides start talking. Let's slow it down. All right. Drop in with yourself. At the count of 3, we're going to take a nice deep breath in. Breathe in through the nose. Send the air deep down into your belly, okay? Then you're going to hold the breath until I say blow it out. Just follow along, okay? All right. Once I start channeling, just open your eyes. Just tune into my voice now. Close your eyes. I'll close them too. Drop your shoulders, relax your hands, relax your feet, relax every muscle in your face. Start with the forehead, the eyebrows, the cheekbones. Relax your shoulders. Relax your mouth, your jaw, your teeth, your tongue. Imagine if you could relax your ears. Focus on your ears and just relax the sides of your head. If you do that, your shoulders will drop even more. Slow down your breathing, okay? Good. Peaceful expression upon the face. At the count of 3, breathe in and hold the breath till I say blow it out. 1, 2, breathe in. All the way down, and hold the breath. Hold the breath peacefully. And blow it out. Bowing your head. As you bow your head, Feel the back of your neck opening up. And imagine that light is flowing down from the heavens and rising up from the earth and filling your spine with light, lighting up your chest, lighting up the point between your eyebrows, and spreading a circle of light all around you. This circle of bright, beautiful light is expanding like ripples in a pond in every direction around you, filling up your room. This light, believe it or not, is not meant to protect you, for you are always protected. This light is meant to connect you, to open up your channels. Allow it. Feel this light growing bigger and brighter, brighter and bigger, bigger and brighter, till it is bigger than your home, bigger than your city, bigger than your country, bigger than your planet. And see in your mind's eye, with your eyes closed, see the planet Earth in a ball of light. Envision all the forms of life on Earth and the Earth itself in this powerful light made of love that you possess. You yourself alone have enough love and power inside of you to light up the entire planet in the palm of your hand. Do it, please, for all of us. Good. With your eyes closed and holding that vibration in a relaxed state, I'll say the blessing, and just in your mind follow along with its sentiment. All right, here we go. Great Spirit of love, thank you for uniting us this evening. Thank you for the many gifts, the many blessings of the past, the present, and the future. Thank you for the blessings in disguise of the past, the present, and the future. Help us to heal and nourish our bodies, our minds, our spirits. Help us to help others do the same. We send love to our ancestors, both known or unknown, and to our descendants, both born or unborn, and to all beings everywhere, in every reality, in every dimension, in every timeline. We wish you peace. Take a moment and just take another deep breath in. I'm going to start off the Om. You're going to match me. I'll start off an Om, and you join me. Match the note as best as you can wherever it is that you are. Just let it out. After that, open your eyes, and I'll say goodbye, and they will say hello. Here we go. Om. I'm Phineas, and I welcome you. You have come to the end of a cycle and the beginning of another. You have come full circle as your planet makes its trip around the sun. As you yourself are sitting on a sphere, as you observe the other celestial bodies in your galaxies, you see them all as spheres, the cells of your body as well, in this shape. The rings of a tree, also in a circle, as rings are, unbroken, with every rotation, with every navigation, completing the circle, a year in the life of a tree is visible. When you cut into it, you may know the age of the tree. And so you yourselves, a year older, as you are navigating your course. Are you going in circles? Are you feeling that you are not getting anywhere, or that your progress has been very slow? Do you feel that you should be going faster? Are the days going too fast and too slow all at once, and so your sense of timing feels off? And yet you are seeing signs, symbols, numbers that are appearing in sequences around you. You are noticing these sequences of numbers are following you. And so you are wondering what is the significance of these characters, these numbers. And in the study of numerology, you have very deep wisdom that you may apply to your life according to the numbers that you are seeing. And yet, though you may dive into the significance of these numbers, as you pull your perspective back, simply seeing these so-called coincidences, understanding that this message itself is simply reality or the universe saying to you, we are with you, you are flowing correctly, you are in time with yourself, you are not resisting and you are not rushing. That is what is meant by saying you are in time with yourself. For you know that you are not at your best when you are rushing, even though you may be very precise when you are under stress. It is not a state of being that you would want to experience day to day, for it is exhausting upon the physical system, upon the nervous system and the adrenal system to constantly be in a state of fight or flight. And that is what you are seeing often in times like these. Charles Dickens, the author, said in his book, A Tale of Two Cities, so eloquently and profoundly, it was the best of times and the worst of times. This has been true. The people have felt this sentiment to be true in any era, in any age. You could travel back 100 years ago, and it would be true for the people to say, we agree, it is the worst of times and perhaps the best of times. And then there are those who say, no, it is only the worst of times. They are the ones who feel that it is a doomsday coming. There are prophecies and they find the meanings in or out of context in scriptures that there will be an end. And yet around you, the cells of your body, the rings of the tree, the celestial bodies, all in a sphere, unbroken. If you travel in a circle, are you going in circles? Well, the rings of the tree are expanding. Even your galaxy is expanding. You have had some scientists who have said to you, the universe is expanding. And yet you are physical beings who are having emotions that seem to be coming from nowhere. You say your emotions come from your heart. And yet you are not referring to the physical heart, are you? Your emotions come from your belief systems. You will feel happy if you think or feel that things are right, and you will feel unhappy when you feel things are wrong. This is the basis of whether your body is in a happy state or a not so happy state, whether you believe things are right or wrong. Many people feel that the world is in a state of emergency, that things are worse than ever. There are those on the left and those on the right. Perhaps there are those who are above and below and in between and diagonally as well. It is not only the left or right. Those simply seem to be the ones who are speaking the loudest. And both feel that they are correct. You even have a group of people whom you call the left. You even have a group of people whom you call the right. Where did this come from? Energetically. Perhaps you have your history of where the words come from, but energetically, to separate yourselves in such a way. And yet you wish for oneness. The oneness that you wish to achieve is based upon your own principles, isn't it? For both sides, or all sides, perhaps there are 20, 30 sides, will say that we feel this way because we feel this is what would be best for all people. Can't you see it? Can't you see that our way is the correct way? And every side has their evidence, don't they? You have your evidence, don't you? That you are correct. And your evidence is very convincing to you. Not so much for the other side. Or sides. And that frustrates you. You are very frustrated that others do not see it as you see it. You have a list of your demands, your requests. All of you do. All of you feel justified. Very much so. So much so that you are willing to separate yourselves from those whom you loved or even liked or even respected and admired till you found out they did not believe in what you believe. And you feel that you are right, believe in oneness, and are spiritual. You are so convicted in this belief that you are willing to isolate yourself, to go somewhere else, to live with those who believe as you do. All of you feel that you are impinging upon each other's beliefs or lives or choices, aren't you? Don't you see it? Think about your position now. You feel the others are impinging upon it or wish to, and your evidence is strong. And the others feel the same about you, that you might be invading their space with your beliefs. And so what to do? What has this global situation taught you? Is everything possibly leading to oneness? And what does oneness mean? That is the theme for this evening's transmission to you. What does oneness mean to you? Is peace synonymous with oneness? Sit with it and breathe before you wish to hear what is next. Say it aloud. Is peace synonymous with oneness? And what is oneness? Love for your fellow human being, acceptance of all things. You say, I cannot accept this or that. You will even challenge the speaker, whether it is I, we, or them. How can you not believe what I believe? Don't you think this is wrong, and don't you think that is wrong? Well, no, my dears, many feel that it is not wrong, and so you shall fight them. And you will feel the vibration of what fighting is inside of yourself. How does it feel? Are you pleasant every day? Or are you scouring the landscape for those who might disagree with you? And you believe in oneness. So you shall eradicate those who prevent you from living your beliefs. And you will do whatever is within your power, or perhaps not even within your power, to change that which is outside of you, as you call it. Where does this conviction in you come from? Well, you simply had to find something that you felt very strongly about. You see, if you believe in oneness, then all things are already one. You are wishing to have oneness as a sentiment amongst all of you, forgetting that this plane called planet, P-L-A-N-E, and planet, is an educational process, a school of creation and love, understanding oneness, not creating it. It already is one. The thunderstorms are one with the ocean, the earthquakes are one with the land and the sea and the air and the ether. Your extraterrestrial friends, who are making themselves known more and more to you, are already one with you and themselves, and know this to be true. Your loved ones who have passed away, which has caused you great pain and sadness, either they are one with you at this moment, or they are not. You shall decide this year, this moment, this lifetime. You choose how you feel. But you believe that events decide how you feel. There are tribes who celebrate the death of a tribesperson. They dance and sing and they see the spirit in their minds fly to the ancestors, and they are overjoyed, even bordering on jealousy, that they themselves were not chosen to leave the physical body to be with the ancestors. And some see physical death as the end of their emotional life, corroding their joints, deafening their ears and blinding their third eyes, hunching themselves over, for the burden of life is too much for them. Aging is a part of your physical experience. You call it aging. It is simply an evolution transforming the body from one stage of existence to another. And so the skin shall change. Perhaps the outer vision will become weaker, but the inner vision shall become more precise, more focused, more visionary. Perhaps the outer flexibility and strength shall diminish, but the inner flexibility and strength shall increase. What a wonderful state of being it would be for you to do both. But you are very focused on fixing that which is wrong. You are very focused on changing the minds. Are you really? And how shall you change the minds of others? Are your methods working? Have you not learned from history about the clashes? Or do you feel that the victors of the clashes are thought of very beautifully and softly by those who were defeated? That they never plotted vengeance, that they never had bitterness toward those whose belief systems won out? Do you think they all just got along? Or do you not care because as long as your way is the way that is legal to you, then you are satisfied? Are you satisfied? Are you happy or are you right? You shall say, I am both. And what has it done to your system? Do you think your cells are thriving due to your belief system, your opinions? How well are you doing? You say the world has gone mad. That means that there is a you and a them. You say, well, they are mad and they are continuing to be mad, and now it is starting to make me mad, meaning crazy, insane, off kilter, off balance. And so you must change it. Change them, whoever they are, the others, those in positions of power, and those whom you consider not to be in power, but you must live with them. And you will only be around those who believe as you do, love those who believe as you do, pity those who do not, or despise those who do not. All this, the makings of a great explosive concoction for the surrender to oneness. Oh, what does it mean? What does Finis mean by the great explosion, the concoction? Are you referring to some doomsday? Is this another version of doomsday? No, my dears, it is your own personal doomsday, your own spiritual deaths, leading to your own spiritual rebirths. How long will you wait to hear these words? How long will it go on for you to be free? Again, your mind say, that is what I am fighting for all to be free. But you see, take a breath, my friends. Every side believes that as well. They believe it is all for the cause of freedom. What does it mean to be free? Every one of you has your own definitions. Are they pleasing to you? They certainly are empowering you or energizing you to a certain extent. Are they energizing you to love more? Oh, Phineas, do not say love. That is some idealistic commercial idea propagated by those who do not understand war and death and famine and violence and racism and prejudice. That is simply living. That is not the way to live. You cannot live that way. Do you believe that love is the only true power on earth? Some will say, no, I'm a realist. And what is that reality? It is a mixed bag at best, isn't it? There are terrible things and wonderful things. And so you shall rock back and forth on each of them. For you feel, if you are leaning towards happiness too much, then you are not a realist, are you? But many of you have taken cynicism as the new normal. You do not know who to believe. Who is trying to program you? Each speaker apparently must take their own chances with you. For you are waiting, arms crossed. What will they say now? Let me see. I agree. That one's good. That one's okay. That one is good. That one I agree with. Oh, no. Did they say that? Well, I'm out now. Let me move their name to the enemy list now. That is it. You shall cancel them. You shall shame them. You shall isolate from them. And that is it. Oh, apparently, this kind of energy is very contagious. To breathe your hate upon someone, to spit it at them or sneeze upon them with your own contempt. What happened to God? What a word. What happened to God? You are clearly showing what your God is. Perhaps not who your God is, but what your God is. That which rules your thinking. That which informs the emotional energy within your body and your brain. That has become your God, for you answer to that. That vibration that has been inside of you from morning to night, running on a low current, a very low but strong and consistent current, and that is informing and undermining all of your thoughts and reactions, for that has become your God. If love was your God, you and others around you would know it. But apparently being right or suspicious has become the God that is prevalent today. What if oneness was your God? You say, I cannot. Others have pushed my limit to what oneness is. You have a limit. Look back at your past. You did not even have limits for some of your sadness. You kept it going and going. Your anger, you kept it going and going to no limit. There are those of you who yourself, or you know someone, or they are in your family, who have taken it to the grave. They would rather be right than be happy. To be in their dark cave or their exalted throne of being right, rather than to be happy and to be with you and to see the love that you are, to see the beauty around them, the beauty that is hidden within all things, all situations. But you see, you must expand your beliefs about what beauty is. When you leave your body, you shall even see your own death as beautiful in a very different way. For, remember, you will be coming from knowing the eternalness of all things, of all beings, of all relationships, of all people that you have ever known. There is no such thing as death, my friends. But live as long as you can in peace, in joy, in love. How do you do this? How do you love when it is so difficult, when there are many whom it is very difficult to love? Perhaps you will never love them, but you will dedicate yourself to love. Perhaps others will feel very unpleasant to you. And mind you, you are very unpleasant to some, believe it or not. It is reflected in your society currently. Everyone has something to say. You have your comments. That is the God now, to say your comments on your social media. To speak your mind. Well, good for you that you are exercising your throat chakra. Are you sharing love in the same potency that you are sharing your hate? Think about it for a moment. And if you are, why are some receiving your love and others are not? Well, the ones who are receiving your love are those either you pity them or you feel that they agree with you. But if you question them long enough, perhaps you will find something you disagree with. And so the battle lines are drawn. The relationships are compartmentalized. And you believe, you say, in oneness. You wish to hear predictions. Let us watch the channeling and see the predictions. What shall happen in 2022? Will my side win? Will my suspicions be confirmed about the others? Remember, you are the others as well. Remember, you are the others as well. And you say, I am ready. Bring on the battle. Oh, you are a warrior now, are you? You're a peaceful warrior. Why don't you drop the word war altogether? Even to be a peaceful warrior, you must be admitting or feeling there is a war. Why do you feel that? Peace is not the highest vibration on the earth possible. We shall repeat it to you. Peace is not the highest vibration possible on the earth. It is celebration. The billions celebrating together. You say, I wish that was possible. Good. Let's start with a wish. You were wished every birthday of your life by those who loved you. You made a wish yourself and they wished something for you. Perhaps you believe that wishes do not come true. Perhaps you have evidence for you made wishes and they did not come true. Is this because you believe that your life is about getting what you want? Notice that your prime objectives and directives are to get what you want. You wish for relationships, you wish for good health, you wish for peace on earth in the way that you see it. You wish to have a sound body and mind. You wish to love whom you love and for them to love you back and to have all the rights that you feel you should have. And the things and the levels of material wealth or physical vitality that you feel you deserve to have. You say, I deserve it. All right then. There are many who have checked everything off the list that you have wanted and done it better and done more than you. And they were miserable when they realized that perhaps they could not hold on to it in the exact same frequency as always. Perhaps people could not be kept in the same vibration that they wished for them to be. Their children, their spouses, their friends, their employees, their employers, their governments, their God, their devils, their angels, their spirit guides, the unknown. Is it too much for you? Do you wish to just leave? Perhaps not leave the planet, but find a place that you deem to be safe. Some of you are already scouting those places, until those places no longer will be isolated, you see. There are many monks whom sold their possessions. They sold their possessions for they were ruled by their possessions, and then they are ruled by the tree or the plant or the seed. You say, I will be ruled by those. That is fine, as long as I am not ruled by material possessions. Oh, my dears, everything is material in this three-dimensional world. It is all a possession. And everything that you know how to do, you were taught by somebody else how to do it, even to turn this device on and off. Someone taught you it, though you may not remember it. But we gather that they do remember teaching it to you. And so you say, I must awaken the Guru within myself. All the answers are within you. Is that what you think? That is aloneness. That is not oneness. you already have admitted that everything that you know how to do, including how to listen, was taught to you. Therefore, everything is interdependent. There is no such thing as independence. No nation is independent. No person is independent. No living thing, including the tree, is independent, including the sun. Everything is fed by something else. There is no shame in this. What are you ashamed of? Your past, your traumas, the realization that you are on your path, have always been on your path, and shall always be on your path. That realization is the treasure that you may open, that you may dig and find. To change your perspective on the past shall change the past. You say, I cannot change the past. My loved one died and I cannot change that. I cannot bring them back to life. My dear, when you change your perspective, you will realize that they have never left life itself. They are even bigger and brighter in their vibration now. You are only referring to the physical body, not the metaphysical reality. And let us speak of that word metaphysical. It only means that is which is beyond the perception of your physical reality. It does not mean it is not physical. The dog whistle sounds at a frequency that is higher than your ears. And just because you do not have the ear technology to hear it does not mean that it does not exist. Do you think your dog is imagining it? Many of you are experiencing intuitive vibration, connection to loved ones who have passed, perhaps your spirit guides, perhaps signs, symbols from the universe. You do not know what to call it, but you are beginning to suspect, or let us say, sense, that there is communication, transmission happening. You say, I wish to know it better. Can I believe it? What do you believe? Ask yourself this again and again. You will say, I believe in love. I believe in peace. I believe in everyone having equality. That is all I want. That is all I wish. Some of you will fight for it with every last breath, and some of you will simply judge others with every last thought and breath, never doing anything about it, actually, other than befriending those who feel like you and feeling pity or shunning others who do not. You see, it is so thick and rancid, this resistance to love and oneness, that now you would rather be right than happy. Again and again, the vibration keeps coming. Have you looked inside of yourself to see, why does it keep coming? Why do I keep feeling that I'm right? That I will listen to this no matter what. It is entertaining, it is interesting. Perhaps I will think about it later, but I will stick to my guns. Your guns? Whom will you shoot with these guns? Stick to what? Your beliefs. Your beliefs create your reality. Your beliefs create your reality. If you feel that rain is good, you shall be happy when it rains. If you feel it is a nuisance, you shall be miserable. In the Western poetic tradition, the poems referencing rain reference sadness, gloom, despair, loneliness. In the Eastern traditions of poetry, rain represents redemption, solace, release, love, togetherness, romance. Your beliefs create your emotional reality, and your emotional reality is the only reality that shall feel real to your cells, the spheres, the music of the spheres. coming full circle again and again. What shall you do? Tell us the answer, Phineas. Then what is the answer? What is the answer? Tell us. What will you do when you know the answer? Many of you already know the answers to simple questions. The question is, why won't you do it? You know that you should do what you love, then you have reasons for why you will not do what you love. Many of you wish to be nicer, more pleasant, more accommodating, but you will not do it, for you have your own reasons for that, whether it's your fear or your own traumas. Then you are making fear, trauma, anger your God. You're not making love your God. It is still ruling you. Fight or flight. That state of being in the physical body can create great strength, but is not recommended, for it is surging the chemicals within your body. It is exhausting those fail-safe qualities. They are there in case of emergency. Not to be used all the time. The low-grade fight or flight. That is what is happening. That is why you're becoming exhausted. But you see, anger is a fuel that can burn and burn and burn. A lot of energy can come from anger. Not much can come from sadness. That is why you're not choosing very much to be sad. You're choosing anger. Has more energy. But what will you do with it? Many great ones in your history first were angry. That created the fire in their belly to make a change. But those who sought peace, they were not angry the entire time of their movement. You see, they turned to love. Their movements turned to love. They decided that nothing was worth killing for. Some believe it is worth dying for. What about living for? You say, I am living just to get this and just to get that. Is that asking too much? Is it? If you've not received it, perhaps it is asking too much. Perhaps you're not asking the right questions. Not that there is a council looking over you who shall decide if you are asking in the right way. Then you might as well go to traditional belief systems, whether it's religion or some sort of philosophy that shows you some sort of hierarchy. Perhaps you do not even know where these voices come from. Does it matter where it comes from? Or does it matter how you think about what you hear and see? For some, if a fact aligns with what they were hoping it would be, then they are very pleased and happy, and they have found a new belief system. The atheists have a God, and they worship it every day. It informs their outlook. That is what your God is. And therefore, for the atheist, atheism is their God. It is their religion, for they feel kinship with those who are also atheists. Ah, you are an atheist, so am I. Ah, you are a Christian or a Muslim or a Buddhist or a Jew. Everyone feels that unity with those who, on the surface, adhere to the belief systems that, on the surface, perhaps, you believe in. And what will this do? Should everyone be the same, then? Is that what we are saying? That everyone should talk the same, walk the same, believe in the same things? Would that be spiritual? Is that what you think the monks are? Wearing the same robes, chanting the same scriptures day in and day out? Living separately? Not having relationships and children and work and interacting in an intimate way, those who are very different from them, constantly. Is that what you consider spiritual? All groups have their purpose. They are soul groups. They come, whether they are coming to be monks or to be musicians, or they are coming to be mathematicians, or they are coming to be killers, or they are coming to become peace officers. You see, there is some sort of path that you are discovering, that the soul is trying to experience here. And you just want peace. You wish for the year to be over. Some of you were saying good riddance to 2020 and 2021. Good riddance to those years. Are you referring to God's years? Or were they ungodly years? You say, if you believe in a God that is vengeful and wrathful, then you will say, yes, they were God's years, punishment for us. And those who do not believe in that system will say, no, it is simply the decadence of man, the downfall of society, the powers that are hidden, that are festering unseen. Remember, some feel that way about you. Has it sunk in yet? We are only here to remind you of the validity of your soul. That you create your inner realities. The many who are sitting in prisons who feel more free than you, and those who are not feel the opposite. Their reality is their own. Cleanse yourself. This transmission is for you to shed layers. How deep is your resistance? How much will you fight it? Is there dogma being spoken to you now? Where is it? You wish to hear again and again, but tell me the good things that will happen this year, and tell me the bad things that will happen this year. I want to know which way it is going. And then what will you do with this information? Wait for it to pan out? Is it just a solace for you? Something sweet after something spicy and too hot, to tide you over, to make you feel better. All right then, things will be better and worse, according to your perspective. If more people think like you, you will think it is better. If more people think like the others, it will be worse for you. Case closed. Eat it. Why don't we repeat it after you eat it? If it goes the way you like, it will be better. If it does not, it will be worse for you. Case closed. Not on our end, case closed on your end. You are the one with the gavel dismissing this court. You are the judge, the jury, and the executioner, aren't you? What other choices are there? Oh, my dear friends, there are many choices. The peacemaker, the healer. Healing what? Yourself. Not others, for then you are venturing into the edge of they are wrong. You will find your way here. You will practice the principles of surrendering. Surrendering to what? You were raised to think that surrender was you losing. If the army surrenders, they have lost. They should be shamed for surrendering. And we are telling you that when you surrender, you shall be victorious. Not over others, but your own pain from the past, present, or the future. You surrender to the beauty and the magic of reality, the beauty and the magic of your birth, your life, and your death. How do you think this plane or planet shall evolve? How do you think? Remember, when you begin to answer that, you are talking about your own beliefs. There will be others who do not agree with you, or they will agree with the overall word, peace. I wish for peace, I wish for love, I wish for camaraderie and harmony. But you see, the methods to achieve that will be vastly different than your own. So then what must you do? Go back to your list. Is that what you want to do? Let me go back to checking off my list. This year, this year, this year. You have done this every year that you have been somewhat of a conscious adult. This year shall be different. This year I shall do this. What is the world coming to? Self-realization means that nothing has actually changed when you realize yourself. If you have God realization, do you think God has changed? If you were blind and you regain your sight, has the world changed? Well, yes and no. And no and yes. All of you want change. Every single one of you. Now what? The doubting of where truth is part of relieving the great pressure you have placed upon institutions, philosophies, and certain perspectives about how things should be, whether it is your educational system or various spiritual persuasions or ideas socially, personally, sexually, and politically. You want to get to the end of it till everyone can simply breathe in peace. It is understood by all beings everywhere what you wish for. Simply ask yourself the question, is the vibration within you healing and serving you and others or not? Serving and healing you or not? Where is the play? You find time to play. You know that if you go too long without playing, things are a mess and amiss. Bring more play. That means a lightness of being to every area of your life. If you do that, others eventually will start to loosen up. And even if they don't, you still are one with your God of ease, flow, understanding. And you will lessen this hardcore extremism of, well, if they push me beyond that limit, then that will be it. That is up to you to feel whether you are a victim of something. You will again have your evidences here. They will come very quickly. Look how quickly they come. The fight comes back very quickly. The love disappears so very quickly. Is that what you are? Who you are matters not. That will change. This body, this ethnicity, this identification of yourself is this physical lifetime. You will not be this skin color, this identity, this ethnicity when you leave the body. This is but a very small part of your entire existence, though a very powerful one, since you are focused in this lifetime, identifying as the one that you see in the mirror, loving it or hating it, or on the fence. Do not get so attached to who you think you are. You will laugh about it when you are on the other side, and you see on the other side there is no religion, dears. Enjoy your religion now. There is only love. What did you think it would be? And so many scriptures have said, as above, so shall be below. There is only oneness in the so-called above. And that is what is meant by heaven on earth. And you are in the process of it, and you are also in it. It is around you now. It is up to you to love this version of yourself as you are now. Or you will fight and be very angry. And you will naturally feel the effects of these things, short term and long term. Contemplate this, but do not contemplate it for too long, for those pesky beliefs will start to arise again. And if you wish for reality to change, go into your beliefs. Some of you will die for your beliefs, and there is no point, you will think this now, of anyone telling you any different. For your belief is right in the way that you believe it. Remember, we remind you once again, you all believe in peace and oneness. And all of you will feel that the other does not. And all of you will have evidence that is sufficient enough for you. So what to do, my friends? Breathe first and foremost. Breathe very deeply now. Can you not breathe? Has someone taken that away from you at this moment, that you cannot breathe for yourself? Can you do it again? And release. And come to your senses, your truth of what you are, which is love. That is what you surrender to. You surrender to the love that you are. You surrender to the magic that is apparent and hidden in all situations. And you begin to remove this anger from within your systems. Do not wait for others to remove it from their systems first. There are a myriad of ways to live within love and, as you call it, light. You call it light. The darkness is not darkness, for there are ways to see in the dark if your eyes are sensitive enough. Use your sensitivities, as we have told you in the past, to be your strength, not your downfall. You are co-creating a new reality. As always, this was true a year, 2 years, 10 years, a century, 10,000, 1 million years ago. It was true, is true, and shall always be true, wherever you are. When you achieve this kind of sobriety, and we say sobriety for you can become intoxicated with very strong opinions. As you have noticed in the world, those whom you do not agree with, you cannot believe the conviction. It is almost as if they are mad, as if they are intoxicated. They feel the same way about you once you are on a roll. And so you are sobering up. And once you do have this kind of sobriety that is peaceful, it will be a wonderful, airy, free, grounded, precise, open kind of intoxication. In fact, it will not even be an intoxication. It will be the truth, the essence of what you have always wished for existence to be. And so breathe and breathe again. Loosen up. We wish you more than what you wish for yourselves. and what you wish for yourselves. Bless you. Be well. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a blessed new year, and be well.